The tilt is real. Tilt is real. This is when the tilt is real.
Welcome into the Sunday Tilt with your host, the FF Chef himself, Will from Biased Opinions, and John, JAWN Swanson.
Sunday, my dude. This is when the tilt is real. This is when the tilt is real. Hey, welcome into the Sunday Tilt. Ow! It's me and Will here from @Biased Opinions, and I am James, the FF_Chef. Oh, we are missing Swanson today. Apparently, Will, he did not want to work when his team is on the bye. Like, we work all the time. Even when the Giants were on the bye, we were here. We were giving information. We don't take days off.
We were, and I think after last week, man, after the quarterback situation out there in Philly, I think there may be a little controversy. So I think he had to take a little some time off, man, and just to rethink that. But it's going to be a good show either way, man. It's going to be you and I for the next 2 hours, man, just answering these questions, going back and forth, seeing what's going on with some of these games, some of these players. So yeah, definitely looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, I heard he was there, like, interviewing Gardner Minshew and Jalen Hurts. He wants a definitive answer by week 15. That's what he's doing today. But shout out to John, JAWN Swanson. Follow him at Twitter, on his Twitter page. And follow us at The Tilt Is Real on Twitter. And each of us, you can see our tag name there. But we're not there to publicize. We are here to answer your start-sit questions for week 14. Will, there is a ton, and I mean a ton of players out this week. I'll put it up here on the bottom of the screen on the ticker. I am in dire straits, dire straits this week. I have to get into the playoffs in like 3 leagues, and my rosters are just decimated. I mean, it looks like I can just fill a starting roster, and then my bench is either on bye or injured. It's just crazy this week. It really is.
Yeah, on top of that, man, not only I think that there's a lot of issues out there with people with JT, man. Indianapolis is on a bye, so JT's going to be out. Obviously, we know he's an RB1 this season, and he was going to probably make it happen again this week, whoever he played. So the fact that he's out and a lot of people are relying on him to get into the playoffs, it's going to be pretty bad, man. I mean, you got in the Colts, Miami, New England, and Philly on a bye this week. So a lot of high-profile players, especially players that could put up points on a weekly basis, no matter if their team wins or loses. So it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. But I think that, obviously this year was the first year with the extra week out there in the NFL. So I think commissioners will have to correct that next year going into fantasy and making sure that, you can't have the playoffs start when there's still some teams on the bye.
Yeah, I mean, I like the extension of the season. I like to get to watch more football. 18 weeks of football is just great, regular season football, that is. But I hate having the bye week 14. Some serious fantasy players, Goodell, come on, check that out, man. You can't be putting our good teams on bye week 14. Put them in the middle of the season. That's the best for fantasy production as they get the rest halfway through. But we're not here to talk about NFL semantics and their schedule. We are here for the Sunday Tilt. Let's get into it. I see a lot of people in the chat. Justin, Monir, Kicks from Mike, Zach Argue. Shout out to everybody here. Greg Martinez, Lucius, Will. They're here. They want their questions answered. Let's get into it. And we'll kick it off with Justin here with the first one. He says, start 2 wide receivers and 1 flex and 2 RBs. Here we are, starting rosters in week 14. You ready? Aaron Jones, Gibson, J-Rob, Sony, A.J. Dillon, Evans, Chase. I'm assuming Jamar Chase, Terry, and Hollywood Brown. Man, so let's start out with the 2 wide receivers. I'm going to take Chase here, and I believe I am going to go Terry.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you there. I'm definitely going Chase. I'm going to go Terry as well because I just think that Dallas is going to be putting up some points out there. So I think that Washington's going to have to go ahead and just match that. And their best offensive player out there, especially at the wide receiver position, is Terry. So Terry's going to have to have a big game there. So those are definitely, we're on board with 2 wide receivers. The running backs, I say Aaron Jones and Gibson. Again, I'm staying away from J-Rob. Don't know what's going on. Sony Michel may be a good option there, but the fact that they're playing the Rams, I don't know. That may be a game where it's going to probably be a lot of throwing as well out there. So I think that Aaron Jones and Gibson is going to be the play for me on the running back position.
Sony Michel, again, like with a full workload, we saw him do well. We saw him do well by himself. We can say by himself because Darrell Henderson was in the lineup, but not on the field at all. Going up against the Cardinals is a different beast. And this is a divisional matchup where I don't necessarily trust Sony to do as well as he has in prior weeks. So, yeah, I'm on board with Aaron Jones and Gibson. I think A.J. Dillon's an interesting play. So who are we putting in the flex here? Did we mention that? We didn't mention that.
I'm gonna go with Evans, though. I'm going to go with Evans.
You're going to go with Evans?
At the flex spot, man. Listen, that's going to be a high-scoring game out there. The total is set right now for 52.5. Buffalo at Tampa Bay. We saw that Buffalo didn't have a good game last week, obviously due to the weather concerns. But I think them playing in Tampa Bay, and also it's just going to be a back-and-forth game. So I could definitely see this being probably the highest-scoring game for the slate for this week, for today, or for this weekend. And I just think that Evans is going to bring you some points, and if he adds a touchdown, it's even better.
100%. 100%. I agree with you. All right, next move. Start 2 running backs and a flex. Zeke, Devante Freeman, Javante Williams, Sony Michel, Van Jefferson. Half-point PPR, must win or go home. Monier, do not go home. Stay with us through your fantasy playoffs. Javante Williams tore it up last week. Now, Melvin Gordon's coming back this week, but I have a feeling that Javante Williams is still going to get a majority of the work. And when I say majority, I think it's going to be like a 60-40 split. I don't think Melvin Gordon comes right back and gets a full workload and makes it an equal 50-50 like we saw for the 11 games prior to this when he was in. Zeke, Tony Pollard looking very, very questionable, more on the side of doubtful. I think I'm going to go with Zeke and Javante Williams here. It's tough. It's tough, but Washington's defense, not necessarily great. We've seen a lot of running backs score on them. Who was the running back that scored 3 times on them? Was that Leonard Fournette?
Leonard Fournette, yeah, for Tampa. Well, actually, he had 4 total touchdowns out there because he had a receiving touchdown as well. But so I'm with you on Javante Williams. And it's actually funny because I just checked right now, and there's still no props like no rushing props for the Denver game. So I think they're still waiting to hear word on whether Melvin Gordon is going to come back or not. You do have some receiving props for Javante here on FanDuel, but nothing in rushing. So I'm going to go Javante Williams, but I'm going to go Devante Freeman as well. So Javante and Devante.
Yeah. And then we need to pick one flex.
I'm going to go with Van Jefferson. It could be a game out there where it's through the air. That total is set at 51. So yeah, I think they're going to, Arizona's going to put the pressure as well, right? So we know that they're going to do there. Stafford, we'll see, man. Sometimes he has a big game and airs it out and is able to get all his receivers involved. I think we talked about this last week, right? With OBJ being in there, OBJ gets a production, but as well, it's not like Van Jefferson is in the cut and not getting any production either. So he's getting his targets as well. And I think also if he's able to provide a touchdown, that's going to make it better for these people that have him on their roster. I'm
a little different. I think I'm going to put Sony Michel in the flex spot. And roll out three running backs in this situation. It is half-point PPR. Van Jefferson does get targeted, but I think he's on the lower side of targets, so the half-point PPR comes into play. With Sony Michel getting a full workload with Darrell Henderson out on the 2020, give me Sony Michel in this instance. I hope that helps you out, Monier. And I hope you win your playoffs and stick with us regardless of whether or not you
The outcome, yeah.
All right, Justin, Javante, Zeke, Barkley, start 2. This shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, Javante and Zeke.
You're going Javante, Zeke, and
Barkley. You know what? No, with Glennon starting, yeah, no, Javante and Barkley. Yeah, I'm sitting Zeke. I'm just not trusting any of the running backs out there in Dallas today. Again, Pollard, even if he plays, I mean that injury is going to slow him down. And we saw Zeke pretty much not being at. He wasn't even at 80% last week, so I'm staying away from Zeke as well this week. I'm going Javante and Barkley.
I am with you as well. I think Barkley does have a decent game this week. You mentioned Mike Glennon coming in there. Daniel Jones out this week. The Chargers, they're very good against the pass. We know this. But they are mediocre, to say the least, against the run. I think Barkley does get involved, and they lean on Barkley as the main focal point of the offense. So, yes, you're right. Give me Javante and Barkley. It's kind of hard to not sit those guys. And shout out to Justin for having Javante on his team. I appreciate that. I'm going to bounce around a little bit. Here we go. Zach Argue says, good morning, fellas. No better way to start my 25th birthday than with the Tilt Squad. Shout out, Zach. Happy birthday.
Good, man. Happy birthday, man. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you. Hopefully you're going for the playoffs as well. I know I am in one league with you.
25. Yeah, that was
I remember when I was 25, dude.
That was a good
I'm not going to say how many years ago that was.
Yeah, me either, but it was a good year.
Shout out kicks for Mike. Oh, and let's get back into some of the questions. Kmet or Everett? Now, this one is interesting because Everett has been getting like hyper targeted from Russell Wilson. Doesn't seem like he can do anything else but check down to the tight end lately. So that is something that, to take into consideration. And Kmet's been doing all right, but Jimmy Graham, didn't he come up with a touchdown?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is Jimmy Graham's game out there, especially with Dalton starting. So we've seen the last couple games, Jimmy Graham getting those targets and scoring, getting those points and taking it away from Kmet. So I'm going to go with Everett, even though he had sometimes he has an issue holding onto the ball at times. But yeah, I like Everett over Kmet this for today's.
Yeah, I'm the same. Go with Everett. I'm a little afraid of the Bears matchup going up against Green Bay this week, to say the least. And Justin Fields coming back in, Andy Dalton. Like, this whole offense just switches up back and forth each week. I'm really upset. I hope Allen Robinson finally plays and actually does something on the field, so he is not just a complete bust for the 2021 season, but it looks like pretty much he is a bust, which really stinks, man. It really does stink. But yeah, give me Everett. I actually have him going in Scott Fish Bowl first week of the playoffs. Shout out. Probably won't make it past today though. All right. Justin also wants to know, is it Sony season also MVS or Reynolds? That's a good tilt. MVS or Josh Reynolds. I might have to go MVS here.
I actually like Reynolds.
So.
I actually like Reynolds. Yeah, I like Reynolds. Reynolds, last week, even though they did win, I mean, he did get some of those targets. I know that they were going to him at the end of the game, and he did have a chance to go ahead and score that winning touchdown out there last week. So I think that he is going to be highly targeted again today. I do like Reynolds. And I just think that, we've seen what he's able to do throughout his whole career, right? So he is a reliable receiver. And I just think that him being in this offense and getting more reps with that offense under his belt, Reynolds is a good look. Reynolds is a good look for this week.
I'm putting my stamp on MVS as the secondary receiver up against Chicago. I think he can have it done. Devontae Adams is going to be shadowed by Jalen Johnson. Really not a tough situation regardless. But yeah, that's the way I'm leaning there. I hope it helps you out, Justin. Let's see. What do we got? Kicks from Mike saying, sheesh, Dalvin Cook, man, needed it. He looked good. Oh, my God. Can we talk about this for just like 1 minute?
Just 1 minute.
It's just great.
Yeah, so
Dalvin Cook.
Yeah,
Dalvin Cook When he gets hurt, apparently the next game that he comes in, he just smashes everything.
So, all right. That day, I put in a couple of lineups right in DFS, and then I just saw like people on Twitter just going back and forth. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and like create another lineup and put them in there. So I did, but I will say this: I think even you and I could have got like 100 yards easily, just behind Steelers defense was looking horrible, man. Horrible. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. Like he's a top running back, right? Like I said last week, had I had the first pick in any of my fantasy drafts, which I didn't, but I would have went Dalvin Cook over CMC and Alvin Kamara, like honestly. So he's a great player, but at the same time, it's just like some of the holes that he was running behind is just like ridiculous. So the Steelers defense also contributed to that, to the big game that he had. Yeah. So.
Oh. It was
200 yards, man.
200 yards. Like, let's go.
That's sick, man.
Yeah, I have him in one league, and he scored me 51 points. It was just one crazy. Heck of a way to start out the week. And Zach argues, coming back and saying, guys, it's coming down to the final week for me. In this league, I started 1-0 and then proceeded to go 1-7 until week 9, and I haven't looked back. Now, currently 6-7. I need to win and make my playoffs. Here's this question for us to help him out. He needs 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 2 flex. So playing 6, Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb, Jacobs, Freeman, Sony Michel, Lockett, Hill, D-Hop, Renfro, and Gallup. Wow, dude, Zach, I understand why you've had your ups and downs, like because some of those players took a dip in the middle of the season, but they have come back to life. Wow, I'm definitely playing Jacobs. Jacobs all by himself without Kenyon Drake is going to get some target share. And then who do you play out of Mixon and Chubb, or are we leaving one of those for our flex?
Nah, so listen, I'm sitting Chubb, man. I think the it's going to be a game. Yeah, I think it's going to. I mean, in this position, right? I'm going Mixon over Chubb. I mean, if you look at last game, Chubb didn't even have over 40 yards the last game. Let me see here, and they had a bye week last week, right? But Hunt actually had more rushing yards. He had 8 attempts, 8 rushes for 16 yards. So I'm sitting Chubb this week against the Ravens defense. I just think it's going to be more of a game where they're going to have to go ahead and rely on Baker, and I think Baker does get it done today. I hope they come up with the win. I mean, again, it was
their last chance, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's their last chance. So I think it's going to be a game where Baker's going to have to air it out, get it to his receivers, get it to his playmakers. I could see Chubb getting some receiving yards, but as far as like him, having a big day rushing, I don't think it's going to happen. So I like Mixon, Jacobs, and. Man, I'm good. You know what? I'm gonna go D-Hop, and I'm gonna go Lockett. And then in my flex spot, I'm going Renfro. With Waller out, I'm going Renfro.
I'm on the same page. I can't. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like Mixon, you have to play him. If he's playing, you put him in. He's good for a touchdown. He's got a decent matchup this week. I want to say decent. Yeah, San Francisco. You can score on them in the ground. And he has been the go-to guy once they get inside the 10-yard line. So I have a feeling Mixon will do his thing there. Jacobs definitely, like I said, without Kenyon Drake. And then Lockett and D-Hop. What about Hill? There's a Hill there. Would you rather go Tyreek Hill or Tyler Lockett?
I completely missed that.
Yeah, I kind of
the spacing situation. The spacing situation got me. Against the Vegas Raiders. Yeah, I'm gonna go Hill. So I'm gonna go Hill and D-Hop. I mean, D-Hop again. We saw that what he was able to do last week, coming back from being out for so many weeks. I like D-Hop and Hill.
Yeah,
and maybe another high scoring game out there in Kansas City.
Well, you know what? Then in that sense, do we pull out Renfro out of our flex and put Lockett in our flex, or do you want every piece of this Vegas Kansas City game?
Or we could go ahead and put I think Gallup's going to have a big game today too.
You know what? I'm gonna take Lockett, Hill, and D-Hop for the flex. Mixon and Jacobs. That's my 2 starting running backs. Oh, you get 2 flex, so we get 1 more. Oh, wow.
Yeah, Renfro in there. Yeah, Renfro.
So throw Renfro in there. We're good.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all 4. Sorry for the hold up there, Zach.
Good luck, man. Good luck out there. You need that.
I want to hear feedback.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
All right, Greg Martinez. Good morning, Greg. He says, good morning, fellas. Big day today. Choose one, PPR Wilson or Javante Williams. Need a baller. Heineke, Tannehill, or Hill. Ouch, the QB situation is scary. But let's start out with the running back situation. Give me Javante Williams. Okay. Yeah. Jeff Wilson, when he got the work last time, I was a little skeptical of the outcome going against Cincinnati. Cincinnati's not very good on the ground. They should be able to do some things, but he will be splitting work with JaMychal Hasty. It looks like Jeff Wilson's going to be the 1 and 2, and then JaMychal Hasty coming in as the third down back, possibly the goal line back. We don't know. So that's a little mix up there, and a little key cog for this. Debo Samuel may play today. And if Debo Samuels plays, he's going to be taking reps around the goal line, wraparounds, you name it. He's going to do it. He is that kind of versatile player. So definitely Javonte Williams there for me. What do you say about the running back situation?
I'm all in on Williams. You know how I feel about him, man. I think he should have been RB1 coming in, man, starting from day one out there in Denver. He wasn't, but we saw what he's able to do when he does get the majority of the shares or all the shares out there out the backfield with Melvin Gordon out last week. And I don't think the QB situation is as controversial as you may think. I think Heineke's going to go ahead and have a big game. Again, they're going to have a big game in order to keep in stride with Dallas today. So I do like Heineke today in the quarterback spot over Tannehill and definitely Hill. Yeah, I'm not touching those guys, man.
You're not touching Taysom Hill?
Nah, man. I was completely wrong. I was completely wrong on Tannehill. I thought Tannehill was going to be a top 5 quarterback this year. He wasn't. So I think out of all 3, I'm gonna go with Heineke.
I want to see how many fantasy points Taysom Hill scored last week. 24.6 up against Dallas. The Jets. Well, that was a game without Alvin Kamara. All right. So I think Alvin Kamara coming back into the fold. I think Alvin Kamara is going to get work today.
Like 25 carries, something crazy.
Yeah. And I don't think Taysom Hill is going to have to throw the ball as much. 41 attempts last week. I don't think that will be the case this week. So I'm taking him out of the situation. Tannehill is interesting. Which way did you lead? You lean Heineke? Is that what you lean?
Yeah, I'm going Heineke.
Man, I really want to go Heineke here as well, but I'm not. Yeah, you can't trust Ryan Tannehill. Give me Heineke against a Dallas team that we saw Taysom Hill just throw over 40 times for. Right. So it's going to happen. Obviously, they didn't have a running back last week, but yeah, give me Heineke. Give me Heineke there. He has an upside with his legs, obviously, so that should help you out. Hope you win, Greg. Appreciate it. All right, moving on. Lucius, shout out Lucius. Morning, guys. He says he needs one running back, one flex spot. James Robinson, Jeff Wilson, Odell Beckham, Brandon Ayuk, or Julio. Best of luck to your teams today as well. Appreciate that.
What's good, Lucius? Yeah, appreciate that. So Julio is playing today against Jacksonville. He may go off, but then again, he may not. Ayuk with Debo Samuel's coming back today. That's a little worrisome. So I'm gonna go, one flex spot. I'm gonna go Odell. I'm gonna go Odell, and then I'm gonna go Jeff Wilson. Yeah, I'm just not trusting James Robinson, especially with everything. It feels like every day, man, there's more nonsense and more rumors and stuff coming out from Jacksonville, man. So I'm staying away from. I'm fading every Jacksonville player today. The whole thing with Urban Meyer and like his comments and all the players being disgruntled and everything.
Oh yeah, man, it's a mess over there, isn't it?
It's all bad, man. He has to remember that he's in the pros now. He's not in college anymore, so
can't say those things.
Yeah, you can't.
And what's a different world we live in?
Yeah, it's a much different world, man. Different world. So.
Exactly. I don't know if I want to go Julio yet. Coming out of being hurt, he does have a great matchup. And there are no other targets on the field, so that's going to be tough. One running back, one flex. Jeff Wilson for the running back, I guess. And, give me Julio. I think Julio is going to have a better day, especially with Debo Samuel coming back. It's going to mess up Ayuk, I think, a little bit. Shout out Brad Ursig says, good morning, guys.
Brad was good.
James Conner or Godwin. I'm not even going to attempt to say that. Igwe.
Yeah.
I can't say it. Give me Conner, dude.
Yeah, man, Conner.
Come on.
I mean that's Conner, man, all the way, all in, man. Go all in on Conner.
Igwe. See, I have to practice these names sometimes, and I've been slacking this week.
Take the off season to practice the.
Yeah, man, that's a heck of one. I want to hear it.
IG, James Conner, Godwin,
GI,
IG,
GI, GI. But give me James Conner. Giuseppe Russo, my guys. Hey,
good,
How you doing? My guys, big game. Need to clinch first seed with the win. Opposing guy needs win to get in. Oh, so we are getting his first seed clinch and trying to kick somebody else out. I love it. This is part of fantasy that I love. Pick two. Half point PPR. One wide receiver and one flex. Renfro, Van Jefferson, AJ Dillon, or Jamar Jefferson. So pick two. I'm going Renfro for one.
For sure.
And I really like AJ Dillon. Like I am at a point where I can't take him out of my lineup. Even with Aaron Jones in last week, he produced. I know Aaron Jones was coming off an injury, but before he went out on the injury, he was still getting 12 to 15 carries or touches. So I like him. They're using him around the goal line. It boosts his fantasy floor up a little bit for me, and he can catch some passes. So I'm going Renfro and AJ Dillon here for me.
Yeah, same thing. Again, with Waller being out, I'm going on Renfro. I think Renfro's going to have another game where he gets over 100 yards receiving. The AJ Dillon play, I'm not hating it, man. I'm not hating it. I think definitely against Chicago. And then also, listen, Green Bay's favored by 11.5 points. They're favored by 11.5 points. So we saw what Aaron Rodgers and those guys were able to do in the first matchup. I think it's going to be more of the same. And they're playing in Green Bay. So if this game gets out of hand early and they're up by a lot, I could just see a game where it's just going to be pretty much between AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones, right? Just back and forth. Not really have to do a lot there passing. Let's see. Temperature is going to be 35 degrees, and it's going to, the winds
are not going to be snowing.
Yeah, it's not going to be snowing, but there's going to be a little bit of wind out there as well. So I think this is going to be more of a ground game out there for both of those guys. So I think both of those guys out in Green Bay are going to have a good game in AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones. So Renfro definitely as your wide receiver, and then AJ Dillon in that flex spot.
All right, and we mentioned Renfro for Giuseppe. Brad Ursig wants to know full PPR wide receiver DJ Moore or Hunter Renfro. Like, who are you playing?
Renfro, man. I'm all in today, like on Renfro. I'm just like all in. Like, we've seen some of my all in plays sometimes, right? From early on, we had Alex Collins. We had Alex Collins. Man. We had Alex Collins. We had Javante Williams, and now we're going with Renfro. So Renfro.
Yeah, definitely push the chips in for the players on either side of the ball, Kansas City and Vegas. If they are starting, they are meaningful. And Renfro has been the go-to guy. Like, I can't say it enough. He's gotten, you just look at his target share since week 7, 8 targets, week 9, 10 against, he had 9 against Kansas City. Then Cincinnati he dumped off. Then 9 against Dallas, 10 against Washington. Back-to-back weeks with over 100 yards. I think he can do it again up against Kansas City. Either way, I think he most likely will get in the end zone as well. He did it last time he played Kansas City. So let's go. All right. Jim Rambo. Coolest name in fantasy football, according to Mr. John J.W.N. Swanson. Shout out Swanson on the road. We don't know where you are. Maybe you'll tune in with us soon, hopefully. Morning, guys. He says, with Stevenson out, I don't have much for second RB. Give me one. Hastings, Murray, or Jamar Jefferson. Oh, man.
Jim was good, man.
Jamar Jefferson is interesting in this situation because of the 2020 listing on Jamal Williams, I believe, and Swift being out indefinitely, maybe going on IR. So Jamar Jefferson is definitely going to get a shot today.
Yeah, but then going up against that Denver defense, that's the only thing that has me a little hesitant here.
It's tough. It is tough. This is a tough one. But I mean, Latavius Murray, what has he done at all?
Yeah, exactly. And again, he's going to
It's been all Freeman.
Right. When it's not Lamar. So, and then Hastings. Yeah, I'm not touching Hastings. So, you know what? I just think that you're going to have to bank on the fact that Jamar Jefferson is that guy, and he's going to be that guy today for sure. For Detroit coming out the backfield, the only thing that gets me a little scared is just Denver's defense, and they're playing in Denver. But you got to go Jamar. Yeah, you got to go Jamar Jefferson, man.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he doesn't have anybody left on his waiver wire there. And dude, good luck, Jim. We hope you win.
Let us know, man. Let us know how that turns out.
All right, Rob C. Shout out, Rob C. What's going on? Welcome in. I need to start two out of Mike Williams, Chuba Hubbard, CEH, and DJ Moore. Need help. Please help. Please help. Mike Williams is in. Keenan Allen is out. I'm going to start Mike Williams today. If he's on my roster, I am definitely starting him. Chuba Hubbard is interesting, but I think I like CEH a little bit more than him. And then do I like CEH over DJ Moore?
So yeah, I'm definitely going Mike Williams. Listen, I'm going Mike Williams. Good. Like, yeah, I'm not fighting you on this. not week 14.
Are you interested in Shepard? Can I interest you in some Shepard?
Shepard, man.
Atlanta 26 against the run.
Yeah, see, this game is going to be interesting, and you know. So I've been hearing the last couple of days. A lot of people got Atlanta winning this game in Carolina, which is interesting. Yeah, a lot of people got they're going with Atlanta. They're going with Atlanta. I heard some people are actually picking Atlanta. Yeah. Listen, it's close, right? I mean, it's Carolina's
Cordell Patterson could do something.
Yeah. Cordell, yeah. And Cam, I don't know. Cam, starting out there, but. So I just don't know, man, because see, here's the thing. If Cam starts, right, he's going to take some rushes away, man. He's going to take some rushes away from Chuba. He's going to take some rushes away. So I'm going to go with CEH. I'm going to go with CEH. I think that's the safest play, especially because playing against Las Vegas, we know that Carr could air it out. Anything could happen. Also, it's a divisional game, right? So it's going to be a point where, hey, we need to put up some points. And CH is that guy. Although Williams does get some of that, some production out there, especially when they're on receiving downs or receiving plays. So yeah, Mike Williams and CH. Final answer.
Give me Mike Williams and CH as well. That's going to be one to watch because I think DJ Moore has a great matchup as well. And that's a great tilt, Rob C. Hope it works out for you, bud. Kicks for Mike. Flex DK or Javante. Damn, dude. Man. Like, really? Those are your flex options? That's great. I just see what happens when they listen to us all season. Like,
so Mike, listen, you know what? This is what I want people to do, man. Like seriously, like hit me up. I just want like just between.
I want to get in these leagues.
Yeah, I want to get in these leagues, and I also want to know how many people are in these leagues, man. I need to know how many people. Is it like a league of like 6?
No.
I don't put that
on them. No.
You know, because like these are some. Listen, a lot of the questions that we get are good questions because I'm like we can't. Yeah, these are not bad. But again, I'm going to go Javante, man. Still don't know what's going on with Melvin Gordon.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
With just
no,
Russell Wilson's
well, yeah,
arm.
just
Like
yeah.
that's what's bothering me. Like until I see him actually connect with DK Metcalf and have a great game, it's gonna be hard to trust. I mean, yeah, Houston is a great matchup. If there was ever a week to get right, it's this one. But what happens if he doesn't? And that's the problem. We know Javante is going to be running the ball. We've seen him do it. He had a killer week last week, and no, we're not chasing points. He's going up against Detroit. Detroit is terrible on all formats of fantasy football. So
the worst.
yeah, pretty much.
So,
Yeah, 32nd best.
I'm going with Javante, man.
Yeah, you got to give me Javante. It's a solid floor if any reason. Yes, I would rather lose with Javante in my lineups than with DK in my lineups. I would rather, if Javante doesn't have a good day for some reason, like I just don't see it not happening for Javante Williams today. Rob C coming back with another one. I need to start 2 out of Mike Williams, Chuba Hubbard. We already answered that. There we go. All right. Shout out Adon Ontiveros. All right. Adon wants to know, start 1, Brandon Ayuk, Tyler Lockett, Sony Michel, or Jeff Wilson. I like this tilt. This is a good one because all these players are very evenly matched.
Yeah.
It's a tough
I
one,
agree.
man.
Down was good, man. Yeah, good one.
Are we going Sony Michel over Jeff Wilson? I think
So here's the deal. So I'm actually like I'm bypassing both Brandon and Tyler, and I'm gonna go straight to Sony and Jeff.
That's what I was looking at. I was
I
was like, which one are we playing?
Man, but
I'm gonna lean Sony Michel here. I think so.
I think I'm going the other way, man. I'm gonna
go Jeff Wilson.
I'm going Jeff Wilson. I'm going Jeff Wilson, man. I just think that since Cincinnati, they they're pretty stout actually on the run defense.
All right, so here's my
I'm going Sony.
You're flipping. You're going Sony Michel.
I'm flipping.
All right. Adon, that was a great one. I'm going Sony Michel because he is going to get all the work today. Even though it is up against a pretty stern defense in Arizona, I still think that he will be fantasy viable a little bit more so than Jeff Wilson. I'm afraid for Jeff Wilson because the last time he got he got 19 carries and he got 50 yards. That was it. Wound up being like 6.8 fantasy points up against then the Jacksonville Jaguars that their defense was terrible. No, their defense was actually getting better. And Jeff Wilson got the brunt of it. I think Cincinnati's defense is along the same lines as the Jacksonville Jaguars when it comes to rushing defense. So, yeah, give me Sony Michel here. I'm not trusting Tyler Lockett. Like he's so juicy, and I'm pretty sure one of those guys from Seattle is going to hit today because their run game is looking terrible as well. But give me the definitive Sony Michel to win there. All right. Let's see. Justin wants to know 5.5. The Saints giving away 5.5 points. Are we taking the Saints?
They're playing at MetLife today. They're playing against your team, Justin. They're playing against your team. I'm surprised.
Giving 5.5. I say yeah. I think the Jets.
To the Saints.
Sorry, Justin. The Jets stink.
5.5. So I didn't even look at that game to even because I'm not a Taysom Hill guy, so I stay away from people I can't even like trust. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, 5.5. New Orleans.
Yeah. I mean, shout out Justin, our unpaid intern, Justin. Always coming in there, joining in every single show. Shout out. Appreciate you. All right. Let's get back to it. Nick Hobie wants to know, pick one, Jalen Guyton, Josh Palmer, or Emmanuel Sanders, full PPR.
Man, so
yeah, I like this one. We're getting deep here, and I like
okay, Nick. Yeah. All right, Nick. Yeah, this is Yeah, no Keenan Allen
No
out there.
Keenan
So
Allen.
Guyton's. I mean,
He's got Palmer and Guyton in the question, and then Emmanuel Sanders up against Tampa Bay.
Pick one. Sheesh.
Ooh.
See, because Palmer could be that red zone threat today, man. And I just think that there's going to be a lot of points scored, man. A lot. You know what? Actually, in both games, there's going to be a lot of points scored. You have the Tampa game is actually going to be the highest one, the highest totals at 52.5 right now, and then right behind it is going to be the Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. So, man, yeah, that's you know what? I'm gonna go with Jalen Guyton. Because Jalen Guyton is also like a deep threat, and with Keenan Allen not there, I mean, like they could do shadow Mike Williams, and try and pretty much try to get him out the game, and so the other option right after Mike Williams is going to be Guyton. So
yeah, I'm right there with you. I think Guyton fills in that Keenan Allen role more so in the slot now that he is out. So I think although Palmer's supposed to be in the slot, I'm not sure, but I think Jalen Guyton has a better game. They're going to lean on Eckler in this one, but I think you're hoping for Jalen Guyton to get open in the outside and take one to the house like he did last week. So, yeah, give me Guyton. Josh Palmer just hasn't been proven.
Nah. And you're also you're banking you're banking on a TD.
Great. Yeah. Well, either way, I think we're banking on a TD on all three of these guys.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to do it for. I mean, full PPR. Yeah, sure, but I think Guyton gets the upgrade with Keenan Allen out. Anthony Conchuela, Antonio, as his friends call him. Morning, guys. Have a tight end question. PPR: Pitts or Komet or Hooper? Ooh. Man.
Oh, no, I'm going Pitts. Come on, man. Yeah, no, I'm going Pitts all day.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going Pitts. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, he didn't have that. Yeah, I'm going Pitts. I mean, again, we talked about it, right? So Komet, you got Jimmy Graham taking away targets from him. So I think that he's the clear number one tight end right now, or at least for the last couple of games out in Chicago. So I'm staying away from Komet, and then Hooper. Ajenku, he's the other guy out
he's
there.
Out. And Njoku's out.
Okay. There's a lot of names down there. I just don't think that. No, I don't think that it's going to be. I think that game is going to be more Landry and the other receivers out there as opposed to like a tight end game. Now he may get some targets out there, but I think Pitts. I think this is the game where Pitts
finally gets one in the end zone.
Yeah, man. I think
he hasn't had it.
Listen,
week 5 against the Jets. Sorry, Justin.
75 to 85 yards receiving or more, and then a touchdown. Put that down, man. Mark that down. Mark that down. Yeah, mark that down.
Are you predicting?
Mark that down, man. Mark that down.
75 yards.
75 plus. Yeah, 75 plus and a touchdown. At least one
Pitts.
touchdown. Yeah, and at least a touchdown. Put that down.
Hit that same game parlay.
Yeah, for real.
At points bet.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, I'm going Pitts as well. He's guaranteed the targets. Carolina, I think this game goes back and forth more than we expect. If Cordarrelle Patterson can actually open up the game a little bit for Atlanta, Pitts should get a couple of targets. We've seen him with at least 5 in every single game this season. So I'm going to go with Pitts here. And since you're demanding that he gets in the end zone, I can't deny that. But yeah, I think Pitts is the best option out of these 3. Good question, Antonio. Appreciate you guys.
Great question, yeah.
Another one. Foster Moreau, Ricky Seals-Jones, or Cole Kmet. Now, are we trusting Foster Moreau in game 2, starting in game 2 of this season? He had a lot of hype last week.
Nah, man. He let me down, man.
Everybo's off of him. Everybody's off of him. That
So,
means this week he's going off, right?
Yeah, he might. So he might.
He might go off. I mean, I want pieces of this Kansas City game, but are we willing to do it? Ricky Seals-Jones is actually very intriguing up against Dallas. That's who I'm looking at here.
Yeah, that's what I'm going as well. I'm going rookie Seal Jones. Again, I think that's going to be a game where they're going to have to put the ball in the air. I think that Dak is going to put that pressure on them, score some points. And so Washington football team is going to have to match that. So, yeah, rookie Seal Jones.
I think it comes down to more of what their game script is. Even with Curtis Samuel back in the offense, we saw Logan Thomas hyper targeted still in last week's game before he went down due to injury, and which I believe he is now out for the rest of the season. I think that's what happened. It's the way they play. They utilize their tight end as another receiver. J.D. McKissick still out in this one, just got declared out a couple hours ago. Give me Ricky Seals-Jones over Kmet, over Foster Moreau, and it's going to be a great matchup. And Dallas is 23rd against tight ends, fantasy tight ends. So, yeah, give me Ricky Seals-Jones. But great question, Giuseppe. Appreciate you. All right, Rob C. wants to know, need to start Mike Williams, Hubbard, Kareem Hunt, Chase Edmonds, CEH, DJ Moore, full point PPR. I'm going to go ahead and take Edmonds out of this because we don't know if he's actually going to play.
Yeah, that's a Monday night
let's just make that easier for ourselves today. Mike Williams, I'm putting him in. I'm all aboard Mike Williams today, especially with Keenan Allen out.
Yeah, I'm definitely in with Mike Williams, and again, I'm gonna go with CEH. I think that it's gonna be a game where Derek Carr is gonna be forced to put it up in the air, as well, and so it's gonna be a lot of points scored, and then if Mahomes has to do the same thing on the other side, they're gonna have to get CEH involved, not only in the from the back running the ball, but also in the receiving game. So even with Williams back there, that doesn't scare me. I'm gonna go with Mike Williams and CEH.
I agree. I'm sticking to our guns here. We said CEH earlier. I think this is a get right game for CEH. He hasn't really seen too much production as of late, but I think he gets back on track here and makes it happen. Mike Williams, CEH. Hope that helps Rob C out and wins his matchup today. Matt McCoy joining us in. What's up, Matt? How are you? He says, good morning, everyone. He says, I have two open flex spots, for a full PPR league. He wants to know Christian Kirk, Sterling Shepard, Jamar Jefferson, Jared Cook, Josh Palmer, Jalen Guyton. I don't necessarily need floor plays. Which two have the best chance to boom? Very nice.
I like that, Matt. So I'm going Jamar Jefferson and Jalen Guyton. Again, Jalen Guyton is gonna be number 2, and I think that they may do some things out there to try to get Mike Williams out the game. So if that happens, or if they attempt to have that happen, Jalen Guyton is going to be the guy, and then Jamar Jefferson again. He, it's just by default, right? It's just a numbers game, and he's going to get the majority of carries out there and production for Detroit. So I like Jamar Jefferson.
For the boom play, I mean, obviously it's Jalen Guyton. We think with Keenan Allen out, he's going to be active. I'm just wondering if I should take Jared Cook as well and just totally go all in on the Chargers, but I don't know if that's such a great idea here. I gotta look at one matchup, the Christian Kirk matchup. Might be seeing a little bit of Jalen Ramsey today. I think I want to take him out of it. Jamar Jefferson most likely will get the work. Man, but up against a tough Denver defense. Yeah, give me Guyton, and you know what? I'm going to stick to my guns here. Just flex Jared Cook, and hopefully he gets a touchdown. That's what I'm looking at. I think it's going to happen for him this week. I think he's a good play. So yeah, give me the Chargers, Cook and Guyton in that one. Hope that helps you out, Matt. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you.
Good one, Matt. Good one.
See, Montgomery or J-Rob. This is an easy one for me.
Montgomery.
Monty.
Yeah,
I'm going Monty here. Staying away from the J-Rob situation if I can avoid it.
Same, man. Yeah, just stop. I'm fading every single Jacksonville player. today. Actually, for the rest of the season.
Really?
Yeah.
Even Laquan Treadwell, they're starting wide receiver.
Listen, man, this is a bad situation down there. It's a bad situation, and when you have assistant coaches and you're starting a quarterback, pretty much have to vouch for J-Rob and asking like, hey, what's going on? Why is he not in? And Carlos Hyde is in ahead of him. That's all types of bad, man. So I'm gonna go with Montgomery, man. Maybe able to get into the end zone as well today.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm definitely going Montgomery. You have to. All right. Where are we at here? I'm sorry, I'm doing multiple tasks today. I'm playing producer behind the scenes and still answering questions. Bouncing around. Kicks from Mike says them holes were insane. Yes, they were. I'm assuming he's talking about Dalvin Cook against Pittsburgh. Yes.
Yeah. I'm telling you, any one of us could have got easily 100 yards.
Well, here's a great question today. Are we trusting Aaron Rodgers? He is going to be dealing with a foot injury all season long for the rest of the season. Is it Taysom Hill or is it Aaron Rodgers?
Well, listen.
Giuseppe wants to know.
Giuseppe, you heard last game what he said. He owns Chicago. He let it be known. I'm so not
mean.
a good. Yeah,
he's such a mean guy. I love his personality. Actually,
yeah, no, absolutely. Like, yeah, I don't. I'm
tells
I'm
it how it is.
I'm definitely on the other side. Like, I definitely approve of the way that he carries himself. But it doesn't matter that toe situation, that foot situation doesn't bother me at all. I mean, he's been dealing with it for the last couple of weeks, right? And he's been able to be productive. So he has some good playmakers there. He gets the ball to his playmakers, and once he gets the ball to his playmakers, they make things happen. So, I'm going with Aaron Rodgers. Again, I'm not trusting Taysom, man. He just misses a lot of opportunities, man, for me. So I like somebody that's proven and is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer in Aaron Rodgers.
Give me Aaron Rodgers. When it comes to matchups, Chicago actually over the last 4 games has been the best up against one of the against slot receivers and perimeter receivers on the left-hand side. But that doesn't mean Davante Adams isn't going to line up on the right. And they are 5th worst in the league up against perimeter wide receivers when it comes to that. Aaron Rodgers is going to find the open guy. And there will be open guys all day against Chicago. Doesn't matter about the weather. If it's windy, if it's snowing, Aaron Rodgers holds it down. Give me Aaron Rodgers over Taysom Hill for that. Giuseppe coming back in with another one. Renfro or Jeff Wilson?
Renfro, man.
Smashing the Renfro button as well. And then one last one. He says, Ertz or Fant? Now, this one's interesting because Ertz did miss a lot of practice this week. I think he is going to play. I believe he's going to play. But Noah Fant is a decent option against Detroit. This one's
I'm
good.
going Ertz. Yeah, I'm going Ertz because I just think that it's going to be a lot of points being scored. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities for Ertz. Yeah, a lot of opportunities for Ertz because I was just thinking about who else they got out there. But, D-Hop back. Ertz also, in the red zone is going to be always a target, somebody that Kyle is going to consider throwing the ball to. And then, Noah Fant, I just don't think that I like Ertz, man. I like Ertz over Fant. I mean, listen, not a bad situation to have here, but you have to pick one, so I'm going to go with Ertz.
I'm going to go with Ertz as well. Even though he had a bad game last week against Chicago, only had 2 targets, he was dealing with a shoulder injury. He did get in a full practice on Saturday, so that means he's okay. Means he's going to play. They need him in this offense. They need him. It's a big game, big divisional game. They want to shut out the Rams. So give me Ertz. Fant, he hasn't been really fantasy viable, to be honest. I mean, doesn't really get more than 4 or 5 targets a game. No, not really the yards after the catch that I'm looking for. Only 33 yards last week against Kansas City, which in a game that you would expect Fant to have more yardage, did not. I don't see him doing it up against Detroit, where they probably will just run the ball. That's their game script, run the ball, and they have 2 healthy running backs this week. So yeah, that's what I got. Ertz. All right, Justin, Gallup or Cole Beasley? I'm going Gallup here.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I'm going Gallup. I just think that he's going to be, again, I think that Dak passes for over 300 yards, man, and he's going to get it out to those guys out there. Yeah, man.
Ooh,
yeah,
magic number 300. Okay.
Listen, his numbers listed right now at 284 and a half. So I'm not far off, and I'm usually right about these props. So Gallup, I like Gallup in today's game. Might even give you a touchdown. Man. So yeah.
Yeah, Washington's pretty bad against the wide receivers. I think Gallup has a firm chance of doing something great. He will be like the wide receiver 3. I think Amari Cooper finally healthy, CeeDee Lamb healthy, but they're going to need all 3 of them to beat Washington. I think Gallup does it though. I don't know if Beasley gets it done today. I'm a little nervous about that game, that Buffalo Tampa game. I think Tampa can probably pull it out.
You think?
It's tough. It's a tough one.
Yeah, I think I just think that them playing at home. I mean, it's going to be a good game. Again, I think it's going to be high scoring, but I think Tampa does come away with it. I do think Tampa does. I mean, they are favored by 3.5 points. So,
and with the addition of Gabriel Davis getting some targets, Emmanuel Sanders finally really healthy,
right?
And Stephon Diggs is going to get his. So, give me the 3rd option on Dallas instead of the 4th or 5th option on Buffalo. That's the way I'm looking at it there.
Yep. Yes, sir.
But great question, Justin. And I just lost our spot. There we are. Tyler Lowe. What's up, Tyler? Tyler, need a lot of help. All my running backs are hurt. Join the club. Pick 2 running backs. Chase Edmonds, Ty Johnson, Iganabuwale. Well, got it that time on the Lions, and or Zach Moss, and then pick a tight end, Austin Hooper or Foster Moreau. Oof, that's a tough one as well. I might have to lean Ty Johnson here. And then, oh man, you really don't want to play Zach Moss against Tampa Bay. I don't know if Edmonds plays. I guess it would help if I knew Edmonds was going to play. But even then, James Conner just looked like the better running back. Man, that's tough. Let me see if I can find out some more information on Chase Edmonds real fast.
All right, so it just does. Even if he does, I just think that Connor's that guy, man. Connor's that guy out there. So I'm staying away from Chase Edmonds. Even if he is playing, I'm going Ty Johnson, IG, and then I'm gonna go Foster, man. Yeah, I just don't think that Hooper just doesn't,
Yep, I think Singletary is going to get the first work. Matt Breida fumbled last week. We saw Zach Moss get like 10 more touches after that. So that situation is disgusting up against a Tampa Bay run defense that has been notoriously good. So yeah, give me Ty Johnson and Iganabuwale. Said it right again. It's 2 for 2. Chase Edmonds, looking at what I've seen here in the news, we don't know if he's going to play. They're going to wait until Monday to see whether or not he is a go, and you don't want to rest your last week on that, because if he doesn't play, then you're stuck unless you have James Conner sitting in your flex for some unknown reason. The tight end situation, Austin Hooper is intriguing. But in this situation, give me Foster Moreau. I think he gets back on track. Maybe it was just a first week starting kind of situation that he really didn't get too many looks. But I think he may get a little bit more than Austin Hooper this week, especially with Kareem Hunt back in the fold. They had a bye week to rest up and game plan. I think I think Foster Moreau outdoes Austin Hooper, but it is going to be close. Great tilts, Tyler. Great tilts. Zach, you very much appreciate it, fellas. I definitely will let you know how it goes.
Yeah,
Thanks,
for sure.
Zach.
For sure.
Appreciate you, man. And Justin wants to go, yeah, Chef, you saved me that day for saying not to trade Javante. Duh. Come on, man. We knew about Javante before Javante knew about Javante.
Exactly.
Come on. But no, I actually traded for Javante Williams. I traded away Antonio Gibson when Antonio Gibson wasn't really doing too much. And it's kind of biting me now because Antonio Gibson's doing a lot. And he has a great schedule going down in the playoffs. But I still think it's Javante's world. And Melvin Gordon's just living in it. So I think Javante is going to have another great game today and for the rest of the season going forward.
Oh, just real quick, got the notification over here. Shout out to Sleeper.
Shout out.
Pollard is out.
Oh,
officially out.
We had a feeling. He's a no-go. So that bumps that Zeke stock. That bumps it up.
Yep.
Like, I like it. And it also bumps up the passing game. I think CeeDee Lamb is going to be involved in the run game. Tricky.
Yeah. But it also, I think it bumps up the other players as well, man. You know, I think Gallup now is more of a play, right? Because you only got one guy, right, in the backfield, and Zeke again, he's not 100%. So you're gonna have to rely on CD. You're gonna have to rely on Gallup, on Schultz, on the other guys as well. So again, should be a big game for Dak, guys. To take that prop on Dak, man. 284.5 passing. It's gonna be a big game out there for those guys.
Zach wants to know Chase Edmonds or Chuba Hubbard. And here we are again. I'm picking the guy that's actually going to play today, and that's Chuba Hubbard or Chubbard. Yeah. I like how he wrote Chubbard. That means he tunes in each and every week. Hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube, and so you get notified when we go live. And it's Chubbard for me as well. Can't pick Chase Edmonds because we don't know if he's going to play. Like, I'm not playing Russian roulette here. I am not going to do it. Give me Chubbard.
Nah.
What a great nickname, Chubbard.
Chubbard.
Justin wants to go. Taysom Hill has a solid floor, so much rushing upside, and playing the Jets. Justin knows all about the Jets.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Aaron Rodgers or Taysom Hill? Like, because we know Taysom Hill's not going to do it through the air. I think they run the ball with Alvin Kamara and maybe even Tony Jones. Tony Jones may get some work today up against the Jets. We'll see. Doesn't look pretty. I think Taysom Hill will do what he needs to do, but he is injured a little bit too. Didn't he hurt his hand or his finger or something? So I can see under 200 passing yards easily for Taysom Hill. He probably will do some stuff with his feet. Whether or not he does it on the ground with Alvin Kamara back in the fold is, I don't know. So back to that question with Aaron Rodgers, I think I'm still going Aaron Rodgers. But great definitely. Insight, Justin.
Yeah.
Nick Hobie, shout out. Pick one, MVS, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Traquan Smith, Jalen Guyton, or Josh Palmer, full PPR. This one's interesting. This one goes a little bit deeper than most people would think because they look at Jalen Guyton and Josh Palmer, knowing that Keenan Allen is out. But MVS, Amon St. Brown, and Traquan Smith all hit last week. Are we chasing the points with Amon-Ra St. Brown? Can we start there in Detroit?
Yes.
I think it was more than just a one trick pony kind of thing. But he does get Patrick Surtain this week in that Denver defense. That's a tough one, man.
That is. But
I'd rather go MVS against Chicago with Aaron Rodgers claiming that he owns Chicago and knowing that Taysom Hill's hands messed up for Traquan Smith. I think I'm going MVS over all of these guys just for matchup's sake. I think it's MVS. What do you think?
I'm going Guyton. I'm still going Guyton. I think. Listen, but I don't hate the St. Brown play, man. I don't hate it. I mean, he had 12 targets last week, caught 10 of them for 86 yards and a touchdown. So I do like the St. Brown play, but again, listen, I'm all in on Guyton too. So today I'm all in on Renfro and Guyton, man. So yeah, just put all the chips in the middle and let it, let it do what it does, man. So I'm going Guyton. I'm definitely going Guyton though.
Nick Hobie, I appreciate Nick Hobie because his teams are looking like some of my teams. With this tilt question, I can tell MVS, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Traquan Smith, Jalen Guyton, Josh Palmer. This is a tough tilt. Like you could see it, and he comes to us, and we tilt on it. We split on it. We were waiting for Swanson to come in from swooping wherever he is, and even the score for us. Yeah, we needed a tiebreaker on this one. Nick, this is the tilt of the week. Tilt of the week. Shout out Nick. Nick, this is a hard one. We are split on it. Use your best interest on who we pick between Guyton, MVS. Take out the other guys for matchup reasons. Hope you win this week, Nick. Counting on you. Brad Irsay coming back. Hill, Heineke, or Newton? This is the first Cam Newton question we've had all day. Do we trust Newton against Atlanta?
Nah, I'm going Heineke.
Going Heineke.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a back and forth game. I like it. Divisional games. In the NFC East, it feels like it's always the NFC East that plays each other really, really tight. And I saw it this morning. I believe I was watching ESPN Bets or Bets Live or whatever it is that they do. The Cowboys brought in their own benches, the Cowboy benches, into, I guess is it still called FedEx Stadium? I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. It may not be, but into Washington territory. We'll put it that way. It doesn't get more of a rivalry than that. Jerry Jones flew in FedEx, teams' benches. Yeah, FedEx Field. That's it. Yeah. Man, I don't know what it's like. We may see more Cowboys fans in Washington than we do Washington fans. It's going to be interesting. I am going Heineke here as well.
Well, listen. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Chef. Being a New York Football Giants, being a New York Football Giant fan, you know that these Cowboy fans are all over for some ridiculous reason. Even though that some of these fans have never touched foot or step in step foot on in Texas at all. So they, I think behind the Steelers, probably the Cowboys travel just as well out there. So, but then on top of that, given the fact that he did bring in the benches from Dallas, that's
something, isn't it?
That's something. That's interesting right there. But I'm still going Heineke, man. Still going Heineke. Hill again, even if his hand wasn't injured, I don't trust Hill. I don't trust Hill with the passing, and then Newton, you just don't know, man. You just don't know what after that I'm back comment, it was all downhill from there. So
I'm gonna stay away from the Carolina Panthers as a whole unless I absolutely have to. I'm a little nervous with the firing of Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator, who was great in LSU. He came to Carolina, didn't work out. He already has like coaching job offers apparently, or has been fielding offers. I guess that's what they can say right now. So who knows what's going on in Carolina? They've gone through 3 quarterbacks this season. Sam Darnold project failed. PJ Walker is a ghost. And then they bring back the ghost of Cam Newton. It must be the ghost of Christmas past over there. I am not messing with it. Give me Tyler Heineke, crack open a Heineke, and win your week. Justin coming in saying Julio has a prop of 53.5 receiving yards. Do we get that done today? That's a tough one, man. Tennessee going up against Jacksonville.
At Tennessee, his first game back. I think there's so many other better options. So I'm staying away from it.
Yeah, so don't get pulled in. There are better options out there for you. DM Will at biased opinions _ if you want that insider bets.
Yeah.
Zach, are you? Oh shit. Here he goes. Yes, thank you, Zach. I appreciate you, man. For all of you that are watching, listening, I did pass my mortgage license exam this week. Shout out, finally. I'm still keeping the FF Chef name. Gotta cook the hot takes up. Everyone like up. 6 likes and 7 people in here. Ooh, there's a lot more in here now, Justin, since you put that in there, but I appreciate you. Shout out, Justin, our unpaid intern. James Mendez, 17, coming in. He says he's got a real one, though. Hey, guys, with Hendo out, I'm stuck with A.J. Dillon, Chase Edmonds, and Jamar Jefferson. I got Dillon in right now. Is that the best call? He has Gibson as his other RB spot. Yes, I believe A.J. Dillon is the best call for you, James. That is a smart, and I like your name, by the way. It's a sharp name, James.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'm making Will laugh this morning.
I'm going AJ Dillon as well. Yeah, AJ Dillon for sure.
Yeah, it's Dillon. We've talked about it multiple times already. Can't trust Chase Edmonds. Don't know what the usage is going to be for Jamar Jefferson. We could look at the Lions and say, all right, they are 110-1 right now. They may be going 111-1. That's the way it looks like. Anyway, so James, stick with AJ Dillon. You're doing the right thing. Wale Dyer, shout out, welcome back, Wale. Dak or Wentz? I need to win this week. Well, that's an easy one because Wentz is out this week.
Yeah.
So Dak for the win.
Yeah, Dak or Dak.
Yeah, Dak or Dak.
Yeah.
So, Wale, don't worry about it. We've got you covered. Wentz is on a bye this week. The Colts are out. Who else is on the bye? The Eagles, the Colts.
Eagles and Miami.
And the Patriots.
Yeah.
Man, 4 teams. 4 teams.
Sad out there, man.
Appreciate you, Justin. Appreciate you. And then James coming back. He says, I already played Osborne in my flex. I have Devontae Adams, Debo, Amari Cooper, and Jerry Jeudy. Adams is a lock. With Debo questionable, do I go Cooper or do I risk Debo? And if I need to Jeudy, see, this is the problem when you play Thursday night and some of your players are iffy. I'm going Cooper here. I think Cooper up against Washington is a smash play. And James, you have Dak. So that's an easy stack. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You may not have Dak. I'm sorry. That was Wale's question. But I'm definitely going to Amari Cooper here. We saw him come in limited last week, had a big catch, then went off the field. He still got it. I believe he has a great game today up against Washington. And he's going to be sitting on his own bench, chilling. Up against Kendall Fuller. Fuller's done nothing for Washington in their backfield. So, yeah, give me Amari Cooper.
Yeah, same thing, man. I'm going with Amari. Again, I just think that Dallas has a good game. McCarthy just pretty much guaranteed the win, so they got to win. I think it should be a good one. It should definitely be a good one today. So yeah, I'm going with Cooper, man.
I think I want to watch this game more than any other game this week. Like the Washington Dallas game, it's going on at 1:00. It is the regional 1:00 game around here.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch that game than the Giants Chargers game, to be honest.
Yes,
because I know what's going to happen in the Giants Chargers game.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
All right, this one's tough because Giuseppe wants to know kickers are people too. Dan Carlson or Randy Bullock? Oof, I hate kicker questions. I really do.
Me too. I'm going Dan Carlson.
Dan Carlson?
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of the Kansas City game. That's one way to look at it. He's pretty accurate looking at his stats. Like, he doesn't really miss too many. Hasn't missed any in the last couple weeks. Or Randy Bullock. Block, however you would like to say, Tennessee. Give me Dan Carlson. Give me Dan Carlson for the Raiders. A lot more productive game. When you're picking kickers, and which I don't do anymore, I don't have any leagues with kickers. I have managed to delete that from all of my leagues that I am in. But when you do, and when I did, I always looked at what games are going to be high scoring, utilizing the over-unders, a lot of what Will looks at during the week. That's how you can depict which kicker you want. We know the Raiders and the Chiefs are going to go back and forth. They have no choice. They're going to put up points. They're not going to leave points on the field. So, yeah, they're going to take whatever points they can get, and Dan Carlson's going to help them get them. More so than Randy Bullock.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. The same thing. Ditto. Everything that you said. Yeah, you definitely got to look at the over-unders. See also weather. Weather is going to be a factor there as well, and then how bad they are in scoring touchdowns once they're in the red zone. So all those things are a determining factor when you're picking kickers. But like Chef said, man, this is year two. This is year two where I'm in leagues where no kickers, none. So
that's the way to go.
Tough,
and
it's tough.
We've got an update from Kicks for Mike. All right, Kicks for Mike's. He's leaking his information here. They are 8-man leagues. But $150 buy-in, man. That's nice. That's a nice.
Yeah, but it's a nice payout at the end. But listen,
nice chunk at the end.
I knew it. There's just no way. There's no way that you guys over here, the amount of players and good players that you have on your team. So it's good, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Kicks from Mike, keeping it real out here, man. That's what's up.
TS, welcome back in. Good morning and happy Sunday. Gallup or Julio, flex PPR.
Oh, Gallup for sure.
I think I'm sticking with Gallup. I think you're right. I like this matchup a lot. Julio, it's gonna be tough, man. Like if we look at Julio Jones, even when he was in the offense, like he really hasn't done much all season. Like the last game he played up against the Rams, he was 4 for 4 for 35 yards. Before that, he missed against Indy. He had 2 catches for 38, 3 for 59 against Buffalo. Yeah, no, he has not scored a touchdown this season. I think Gallup has a better chance of beating him out in fantasy this week. So, yeah, give me Gallup.
Yeah, Gallup for sure.
Matt Rambo jumping in. We talked to Jim earlier. Now we get to talk to
Matt,
I believe it's the father. Matt is the son?
Yes, Matt is the son. Matt is the son.
So shout out to Jim for telling his son Matt. And I want to know what week these guys played each other and who won. Fill that out. But Matt wants to know, with Thielen out this week, I need to start Gallup, Lockett, or Crowder. Now, Crowder's interesting. Yeah. Only for the fact that Elijah Moore is out. So we know Crowder is going to be targeted. They're going to be playing from behind. But it's a tough New Orleans Saints defense. That's something that's hard to peg. Like, man.
Yeah, I think that the Saints defense does show up today. But I do like the Crowder play. Like you said, Elijah Moore, he's out. He's out. Corey Davis out. But I'm sticking with the guy that I think is just going to be ultra productive today, and that's going to be Gallup. So yeah, give me Gallup over Lockett and Crowder today.
All right, and this is where we tilt because I am picking Tyler Lockett, and the only reason why is because he has done something. All right, other than DK Metcalf, Lockett has produced. All right. He last week against San Francisco, 7 receptions on 8 targets, 68 yards and a touchdown, 9.7 yards per catch. That's something I can get behind. He's been double-digit fantasy points for the past 3 weeks with Russell Wilson in the game, and Houston is terrible. Now, as much as I like Gallup in this matchup, I think Lockett is somebody that I can trust against Houston. Even with Russell Wilson not cooking the way we'd hoped, that run game for Seattle is banged up. And apparently not even really there. We're looking at who? Rashad Penny, and that's who? That's it, I think. DJ Dallas.
I'm going with Dallas. I'm going with Gallup.
You're going with Gallup? I like it. I'm going to write this one down, though, because I think it's Lockett. I think it's Lockett for me. Lockett over Gallup. And I'm going to put mine there, and Will picks Gallup. All right. Perfect. I like this one. We're going to talk about this one later. Thanks, Matt, because we use these as competition up against each other in our in our chat. Okay, Justin. Well, I know they suck, but we're just being realistic with the Saints versus the Jets. Oh my gosh, Justin, come on, man! I got to start reading these before I post them. Steven Statham, welcome in, Steven. Appreciate you, man. Julio or Van Jefferson? Now we're getting somewhere. Do we trust Julio Jones, or do we trust the target share for Van Jefferson? It's tough.
See, so Jefferson being that deep threat out there alongside OBJ, I think, and again, it's going to be a high scoring game, man. It's a total set at 51, so points are going to be put up out there in Arizona. They're playing indoor, fast, they play indoor as well at SoFi out there in LA. So yeah, I like Van Jefferson. I'm not trusting Julio, man. Again, I was high on him coming into the season, but he just hasn't been able to produce what I thought he was going to do, or produce it the way that I thought he was going to produce this year. Coming, leaving Atlanta, it being his first year away, and having to prove himself that he's still that guy. So I like Van Jefferson.
I agree with you. He's not that guy anymore. Julio Jones is not that guy. Tennessee. I think you overpaid for a banged up version of the guy that used to be Julio Jones. Give me Van Jefferson. I'm right there with you, Will. Van Jefferson over the past couple weeks, back-to-back weeks scoring 8+ targets in the past 2 games. I like it. I think it can happen again up against Arizona. He has a decent matchup. You think about it, Cooper Kupp is going to get stuck with Jalen Ramsey a lot. I'm sorry. By Sean Murphy Bunting. Arizona plays the wide receivers pretty well, but I think Van Jefferson can break off. He has amazing speed, and it'll be him and Odell on the outside. So any one of those guys can go off. I think Van Jefferson has a decent shot today.
Yeah.
Shout out Minnie Jordan. Good morning, Minnie Jordan. Minnie Jordan has been one of our longtime consumers as well. We appreciate you, Minnie Jordan. Shout out, man. Appreciate you.
What's good, Minnie Jordan?
And then I'm just going to call you Jay Pata because I don't want to destroy your first name. I don't know how to pronounce it. This is usually Swanson's job, but I'm filling in this morning. So Jay Pata, what's going on, brother or lady? Please choose 2. Cole Beasley, Jalen Guyton, Jarvis Landry, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Josh Reynolds, Traquan Smith, Marquez Callaway, and thank you so much. Man.
It's a good one. So I'm definitely going Jarvis Landry. Here. Not a big believer in the Ravens secondary, so I like Landry, and then again I'm going Guyton, man. I just think that with Keenan Allen out, and I think that they might get a little aggressive with Mike Williams. So it's gonna. I could see this being a big Jalen Guyton game.
Man, sure. I hope Jalen Guyton goes off today because I do have to play him in a league. But yeah, give me Jalen Guyton, Jarvis Landry. Out of these guys, great tilt. Sarah Riley coming back. Welcome back, Sarah. Appreciate you. Another consumer that comes back each and every week. Half-point PPR flex: Freeman, Judy, Russell Gage, or Jamison Crowder. Whew.
What's good, Sarah? You know what? Gage is an interesting play today. Gage is interesting. Gage is very, very interesting out there.
Half-point PPR. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah. So because it's half-point PPR, I'm gonna go with Freeman. I'm gonna go with Freeman on this one.
I agree. Cleveland giving up 22.4 fantasy points to the running back position. Devante Freeman has taken over that starting role. I believe he can probably get you anywhere between 9 to 12 fantasy points each and every week. Half-point PPR, you're going to lean on the running back situation because Judy, Gage, Crowder, we don't know how many targets they are going to get. It's not going to help you out as much. And Freeman can catch some out of the backfield as well. And he's proven to be the starting back for them, even with Latavius Murray coming back last week. So, yeah, Sarah, start Devante Freeman. Oh, how bad does that sound? Minnie Jordan coming in. Choosing a streaming defense. Seahawks at Texans or 49ers at Bengals. Give me the Seahawks against the Texans. Texans are depleted, man. They really are. They're starting Davis Mills over Tyrod Taylor, which, they're going to see what they have in him for the rest of the season. I think the Seahawks, even though they lost Jamal Adams probably for the rest of the season, they looked hungry last week. They attacked that defensive line on the offensive line. I think the Seahawks will make up for it in this matchup against the Texans. And the Bengals, they can toss the ball. I'm not taking the 49ers defense here. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. The Bengals, they could put up points. Obviously, it didn't happen last week. The game didn't go as I thought. They did end up going over, and I did say that the game was going to go over, but it was more so on the Chargers end there. But yeah, with Mills, starting again and Tyrod being benched, man, that's a sad situation also for that man out there. But yeah, Seahawks. I'm definitely going Seahawks.
Agreed. Justin wants to know Javante and Sony over under 29 fantasy points. I'm taking the over.
I'm taking the over.
That looks like it's going to hit today.
Yeah, that's a nice one right there.
Mel Q, what's going on, Mel Q? /A, Mel Q&A. Can we say that? It's easier. Julio, Mooney, or Van Jefferson. First tilt this morning with Darnell Mooney coming in here. I'm sticking with Mooney. I don't see any reason not to.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't care. I think Justin Fields picks up where Andy Dalton left off. Doesn't matter if it's Green Bay or not. Last time Mooney played Green Bay, 5 for 45. Okay, that's not good, but he did get a touchdown. I believe he does come back and do it, even with Jair Alexander coming back for the Green Bay Packers, but which I believe he is not starting today. So I think Mooney is still in play as a good flex option over Van Jefferson.
I'm sticking with Van Jefferson. Yeah, I'm sticking with Van Jefferson. I just don't trust. I just don't trust. Yeah, man. Write that down, man. Hit me up during the. Actually, you're gonna have to wait until tomorrow night. But I'm going Van Jefferson, man. I'm going Van Jefferson. It's just not a good situation out there in Chicago. So I'm going Van
Mooney.
Jefferson.
I'm going Mooney. He's my boy. You're my boy, Mooney. All right. Ryan N wants to know, pick 2 in PPR, Lockett, Debo, or Sony Michel. Now, how much faith do we have that Lockett's going to have a great game?
Yeah.
That's
and we know
where it is.
Yeah, PPR. Yeah, I'm definitely going Michel. And then Debo, man. Yeah, Debo's that guy. And I think even if he's not 100%, just the fact that him being on the field, he's going to be able to produce and get some points there. So, yeah, I like Debo. Definitely Debo and Sony Michel.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to be Debo and Sony Michel. As much as I do like Lockett this week, I think Lockett's going to outdo Debo. You know what? I'm digging a hole and I'm living in it. Give me Tyler Lockett over Debo. Sony Michel is the smash. Ryan, I'm sorry, we are tilting on this one. And this is the tilt of the week for me in the second half of our show because Lockett and Debo, they may be very close. I think Lockett has a great game. I'm going to hit the button real fast. Tilt of the week. I just don't have the faith that Debo coming back this fast is going to help the situation. They are down running backs, which normally would boost Debo's usage. I'm not sure if it's going to work against Cincinnati. I really don't. So give me Lockett. I think Lockett has a smash matchup against Houston. We talked about that a little bit earlier. So give me Lockett and Sony Michel. I know you're leaning Debo, Sony Michel on this one, but Ryan, it's up to you to split the tie, man. I like that. You pick, I pick, and then they split the tie. Makes it a little bit easier on us. Just like Swanson, if Swanson was here.
Right.
Right. Brad, just putting it out there. Pollard is out this week. Yes, thank you very much. And we are at 11:30, where I don't know what Swanson says. He says designations become injuries, and injuries become designations. We are at that point in the show. But first, JC Molieri wants to know, good morning, fellas, and good luck today. Need to play my best options this week. Help me out. Start 2 running backs, Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Sony Michel, CEH, Foreman, Hillard, or Igua. I have to look up that. Or IG.
Yeah.
Damn.
What's good, JC? All right, so
I think it's Sony Michel and
yes,
CEH.
Yeah, it's definitely Sony Michel and CEH. Yeah.
Again,
I'm not the
Baltimore seems to have Chubb's number.
Right. Yeah.
That's they prepare for Chubb and they just worry about the rest after the fact.
Yeah. That's true.
Sony Michel, CEH. We really like this Vegas Kansas City game. We're sticking to it for fantasy purposes. Hope that helps you out. He also wants to know, should I flex one of my running back options over MVS? I mean, do you play Nick Chubb over MVS? I think I would. I think you kind of have to.
Because he's the clear favorite in the passing downs out there for Cleveland. So I would go Hunt.
You're going Hunt.
Yeah, I'm going Hunt. Yeah, over Chubb. Because again, last time they played, Hunt had, which wasn't like a significant number, but he had 4 more rushing yards than Chubb. I mean, Chubb ended with 16 yards, Hunt ended with 20, but then also Hunt is that guy when they want to go ahead on passing downs out the backfield, he's going to get that his number is going to get called more times than not over Chubb.
Fair enough. I think I would go. I think I would put Nick Chubb over Hunt, to be honest. And that's just me because I know Chubb. They are going to lean on Chubb to make this offense work. But
it's just tough.
I would play both over MVS, to be honest. Hope that helps, JC. Kicks from Mike. Hey man, when I got Lamar in the 10th round, bro, my league is a Lamar hater. Hater. Yeah. 10th round. Are you serious? That's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Dude, I had to pay up for him in Scott Fishbowl. I got him in the 8th pick.
Man.
Overall.
Yeah. That's
crazy.
Yeah.
Picks from Mike. Send me an invite next year.
Yeah, for real. Yes, send me an invite.
Send us a couple invites. We're with you.
Chef and I are.
I will make room. I will delete one of my home leagues to come in and play in one of your 8-man leagues for 100.
Yeah, let me know, man. We'll make it 10, man. Yeah, send me that. Invite.
Yeah, we'll make it 10.
Yeah, we'll make it 10 players.
Movie Mike wants to know: pick one, Guyton, MVS, Gage, or Sterling Shepard for wide receiver 2. Are we trusting Sterling Shepard coming back first week back? He still has a questionable designation with Mike Glennon at the helm. I'm staying away. And the Chargers are great against the wide receiver position.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. So back to our, I guess, the tilt of the week. Guyton, MVS, or Russell Gage. Gage is interesting, but I think it's out of Guyton or MVS.
Yeah, I'm going Guyton. Yeah, man. I already know what it is. Like
all in,
Guyton.
baby.
I gotta go Guyton.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Guyton as well. I think he's the benefactor with Keenan out now. Oh, we have an update. We have an update from Jim Rambo, the coolest name in fantasy football. First game, Matt beat me by 2.5 points. Second game, I beat him by 50. Sorry, Matt. Oh, spinning the wheels. So 50 points. Man, I hope you guys meet in the playoffs. That'd be great.
Yeah. That's good, awesome. Though, man. That's good. That's good.
Awesome.
That's very good.
Nothing like a little father-son fantasy battle. Brad Ursig wants to know, full PPR, pick one, Mooney, Ayuk, or Gage? Now, you went Debo over Mooney the last time, right? Is that what I had over here?
Yeah. I'm going Gage.
Gage.
Yeah, I'm going Gage.
Gage. Makes me want to look at their matchup a little bit more. Carolina's not the defense that they used to be at the beginning of the season when everybody thought
that they were going to be a top 5. People really thought that they were going to be like a top 5 defense.
Yeah, now they're like the bottom 2.
Right.
Yeah, I guess. I still like Mooney, man. I still like Mooney. I'm taking Mooney. I don't care. I still like Mooney. That's it.
I'm gonna write that down too, man.
Yeah.
Debo and Gage over.
No, I had Lockett over Debo. That's what it was.
Okay.
So I'm picking Mooney over Gage. Ayuk is interesting, I guess. But Cincinnati, Chidobe Awuzie has been sneaky good cornerback this year for Cincinnati. I believe he is like top 5 cornerback in the league. So that's something that scares me a little bit, and I think he can give Ayuk a little bit of a challenge this week. So I have Cincinnati winning this game, by the way, over San Francisco.
Yeah.
If you think about it, about it.
Yeah,
think
they're playing. Well, yeah. I mean,
what makes the San Francisco 49ers churn? The run game, right?
Right.
They are without Elijah Mitchell, which has really been their lead guy. We have yet to see Jeff Wilson come in or Jermichael Hasty come in and then be able to be effective running the ball with those guys. So that leads me to believe that Debo Samuel will be utilized in the running game a little bit, but he's coming back off of injury. He's not like he's fresh. So I think they lean heavily on George Kittle to try to get it done today. And I don't think it's enough to keep up with Cincinnati and that high-scoring offense when all 3 of their wide receivers, I believe T. Higgins is playing today, and I believe Joe Mixon is playing today as well, right? So, yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. I'm going with Mooney here. I'm scared of that.
Yeah.
All right. He also wants to know, full PPR, pick one as well. Crowder, Ayuk, Gage, or Guyton? Man. Did you ever know we were going to talk about Jalen Guyton this month?
Man, listen, I didn't. I didn't know this guy. He's like the Alex Collins, right? Yeah, like the Alex Collins, like the last couple weeks ago,
right?
Over a month ago. Yeah, like I was all in on Collins, and I'm telling you, it's just with Allen officially out, I think that New York is going to try their best to take Mike Williams out the game, or to not have him be as big as a factor as he can be, or he has been. So I think that Guyton's going to benefit from that. I definitely think that Guyton's going to benefit from that. So, yeah.
Oh my. We haven't had this happen in a while. So I'm going to hit the drop for it. We got some breaking.
This just in. We have breaking news.
It doesn't happen very often where things happen with 2020 on Sunday morning, but apparently it has. David Johnson for the Houston Texans has been put on the 2020 list. He will not be playing today. Makes me want to avoid that game so much more. I think Seattle, they just give Seattle the win. Brandon Cooks is going to play in this game, but David Johnson is out.
Yeah, gotta go
which
ahead.
is,
right now.
Oh man, I think I was relying on David Johnson in one league. I think I have him starting, so that stinks. So I'm gonna have to write that out. DJ is out with the 2020.
Wow.
Oh man, pandemic.
Yeah,
It's just killing us, man. Like, how many options have we lost because of this?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is definitely crazy. All right. Brad Ersick wants to know defense, Seattle, Chargers, or Denver?
Man, listen, we just got the news, so you got to go ahead on. You got to lean on Seattle heavy. You got to lean on Seattle heavy right now. So yeah, that's.
I would leave with that as well. Denver also a great option. Running game. No running game. I think I would take Denver over Seattle because Denver playing Detroit. It's a similar situation. I just think Denver has their stuff together a little bit more than Seattle. Seattle just lost Jamal Adams. But both teams are going to have trouble moving the ball against either team. So feel free to pick between Seattle and Denver. I think the Giants do move the ball a little bit against the Chargers, utilizing my boy Saquon Barkley. Hopefully. Matt Rambo coming back in. Gallup, Lockett, or Crowder?
Gallup.
We've had this one.
We've
had this one, and I went Lockett. I'm sticking with Lockett.
Yeah, I'm going Gallup.
All right, keeping Crowder out of that mix.
Yeah.
And then I like this one: Heineke or Bridgewater.
Yeah, not a believer
in my rankings for this one because this one's close.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the eye test. I'm going to go with Heineke.
Eye test.
I'm going to go with the eye test. I'm going with Heineke.
I have Taylor Heineke at 15. I have Bridgewater at 17. I just don't think that Bridgewater is going to have to throw the ball that much in this game. He's going to be more of a game manager. I think Heineke is actually going to have to use his legs to move the ball. He's going to use his arm, highlighting Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel's back in the fold, throwing the ball, dump downs to Antonio Gibson, Ricky Seals-Jones. Give me Heineke over Bridgewater. It's close, but I like Heineke. He's going to have to play up against Dallas today. So,
yeah.
Ryan's just thanking us, says, thanks. I'll slide Michelle in the lineup and figure out Debo closer to 1 o'clock. Yeah, Debo's a tough call, man. We just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when they come off an injury. It's just so tough. Trey S., morning, fellas. Full PPR, Judy or Gallup? Also, Russell Burrow or pick up Taysom Hill? Thanks. Judy or Gallup? Which way you go? I'm going Gallup over Judy.
Yeah, I'm going Gallup as well.
Judy hasn't really done much for us lately, I believe. I'm going to double check that. I don't think
and
so.
I think Burrow gets back on track today. Against San Fran. He had let me just make sure before I say that. Actually, no. He threw for 300 yards and a touchdown last week. So it wasn't
2 touchdowns. Oh no, 2 interceptions. That's what it was.
Yeah. 2 interceptions, but he still threw for and he ran for a touchdown. And had 6 yards on the ground. But I think he gets helped. I think he gets back on track though, definitely against San Fran today. Also like that game to go over. So go ahead and lock that down, guys. But yeah, I like Gallup and then also Burrow.
I'm gonna go with Russell Wilson here.
Mm-hmm.
I think San Fran will do a decent job in pressuring Burrow. I think he still gets it done. I think Cincinnati gets the win, but I think they lean on Joe Mixon as much as they can and Samaje Perine. And I think Russell Wilson has the get right game that we've been looking for. His past 2 games have been higher than Joe Burrow's. We see Joe Burrow scoring 18 points back-to-back weeks. Russell Wilson against Washington, 23 points. San Francisco, 20 points. He has a smash matchup against Houston, and that's why I am taking Russell Wilson here. It's pretty much only for the matchup. And I'm definitely taking Gallup over Judy. Judy,
Yeah.
what have you done for me lately? Not much. And I'm not going and picking up Taysom Hill. I am not a believer.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with that.
Michael Brown wants to know, morning, Michael. Pick 2, Zeke, Javante Williams, Monty, David Montgomery, and AJ Dillon. Man, I think I might have to go Javante Williams and Monty. Who would you play, Monty or Zeke? I don't know. It's a tough one.
I'm going Javante Williams and Dillon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just don't think that Zeke is 100%, and also I just think it's going to be more of a game where they go ahead and pass the ball a lot down there in Dallas. You think Zeke's going to have a big game? I mean, granted, I know that Pollard's out, but I just don't think that it's going to be one of those things where they're going to have to rely on Zeke. And also, Zeke didn't look good at all last week, right? So
he looked like a shell of Zeke.
Yeah, so I just don't think. Yeah, I just don't think they're going to put him in that situation where they're going to have to rely on him, right? He's gonna get some production and stuff, but I just don't think that they're going to have to rely on him a lot. So, yeah, I'm staying away from that.
I'm going Javante Williams, and I'm going to go David Montgomery here. All right, Last week, David Montgomery, 21 carries, 90 yards. He does get in the end zone, but he had 9 targets, caught 8 balls for 51 yards. The offense moves through David Montgomery. The last time Chicago and Green Bay played, they didn't have David Montgomery. He was hurt.
True.
And I think that's going to change the way the game goes a little bit. They are running the offense through David Montgomery. He's going to be heavily utilized. We don't know what the share is going to be, snap share between Dillon and Aaron Jones. We know Zeke's going to get a full workload. How productive is he going to be? There's question marks around that. We know David Montgomery gets a full workload. He's going to be utilized in the passing game. That's 2 pluses in the right direction for me. I'm going to put my money on David Montgomery to have a better game than Zeke and Dillon. And then Javante Williams, I am not taking him off the table while he is on a heater. Okay? So I hope that helps you out, Michael Brown. Appreciate you for checking in with us. Mini Jordan coming in with a big tilt. Drop one and pick a running back and a flex. So we got GI, or G-I-I-G, I-G-G-Y, Jamar Jefferson, Amir Abdullah, Shepard, Alex Collins, Jeff Wilson, Austin Walter, Pirine, Devontae Booker. So we got to drop one. Can we drop one first?
Man, so I'm drop one and pick a RB and flex. Drop one. So I'm dropping Devontae Booker. Yeah, I'm dropping Devontae Booker.
I would probably drop one of the backup running backs.
Or yeah,
to answer this the way I was looking at it, I should have said let's pick our guys first because it might make it easier. I'm picking Jeff Wilson and Chuba Hubbard here because they are the starters this week.
Yes.
You should probably play those guys. You don't know how much work Alex Collins is going to get. I don't even know if he is.
Yeah. That's why I would have dropped him.
With Swift possibly going out on IR, that's a sticky situation. Jamal Williams with the 2020 this week, but he will be back. So I don't know if I would keep both of those guys. Amir Abdullah, I don't know, man. I think I'm going to drop Austin Walter. Michael Carter should be coming back soon. Tevin Coleman will be back eventually. I don't see Austin Walter having a great game today up against they played the Saints, right? Is that who they're playing? The Jets?
Yeah.
I don't see them having a great game today at all.
No.
So you can get rid of Austin Walter or Devontae Booker, I guess, either way. Thoughts?
Yeah, Alex.
You don't have to agree with me.
No, I'm definitely like not touching Collins. Again, he just did it for 1 week. I I'm with the Jeff Wilson play. I like that, but I may go the other way, man. You know what? I just think that Jamar Jefferson again. It's just a numbers game, right? It's a numbers game out there. You got both those guys out there. Both those guys out. My bad for Detroit. So I think it's a numbers game, and Jamar's going to get that production. So I like Jamar Jefferson and Jeff Wilson. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Let's get back into it. Kicks for Mike. Seahawks or Denver defense? Here we go again. Now that David Johnson is out for Houston, do we pick Seahawks defense? Up against Davis Mills.
Yeah. I think so. Again, this is a good Kicks for Mike. You know, it would not a bad problem to have here. But I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Seahawks. I'm gonna go with Seahawks, especially because they're down. They're going up against a rookie quarterback, and they're down one of their offensive players that they're going to have to rely on today, and he's out. So they're even in a worse spot than they were before the news of Johnson going out today. So I like Seahawks.
I agree. I like the Seahawks D today against Houston, a depleted Houston team. Good call. Adam Rush turned around saying, late start to the day. Well, he rolled over and joined us here at the Fantasy Football Sunday Tilt. He says, good morning, fellas. Happy Sunday, Adam. And he's got a quick one for us. Mahomes or Brady, and Crowder or Christian Kirk? Pick one of each, please. Are we trusting Mahomes over Brady today?
No. I think yeah, Brady's going to have a big game. I think he definitely surpasses that number that is set for his passing total, which is over 306 yards passing. So I think he hits that easily. Going to get his guys involved, man, and it's going to be a big one out there in Tampa, or down there in Tampa. So
yeah, I don't think you can take Tom Brady out of your lineups at this point.
Right.
Like he'll just wake up and throw 4 touchdowns, even though Buffalo is the best defense against fantasy quarterbacks. I don't think it really applies here. They are without Tre'Davious White. He is done for the season, so that hurts them there. And I think Brady will open it up and utilize that. I think he utilizes Leonard Fournette, a lot of dump downs. Mahomes, as much as I want to trust him, I mean, I can't trust him. I just can't. That's what it comes down to. Just Brady's put up 25 points per game. Mahomes put up 20 points per game. I'm leaning Brady.
Yeah.
Christian Kirk or Jamison Crowder. Now this one's a little bit closer. I don't necessarily like the Jets at all, to be honest, against New Orleans. I don't. But I'm not a big fan of Christian Kirk either. Against Jalen Ramsey, most likely against the Rams. With Elijah Moore out, they're going to have to throw the ball to somebody. I'm going to go with Crowder in that situation.
Yeah, that's much tougher. But yeah, with the limited or lack of options out there, I'm going to go with Crowder as well. I'm going to go with Crowder over Kirk. And then I just think there's other players out there in Arizona that's going to get the ball, and then you're also pretty much relying on a big play for Kirk,
right,
and a touchdown. So don't like that.
Movie Mike wants to know PPR Guyton or Scary Terry. Now wait a minute here.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to push in at all.
Listen.
We're not going to the high limit table and just going all in. All right, that's
my hands was on. Yeah, it was. Yeah, my hands on. Okay, it was on the tip, so I didn't push it over the line.
Yeah, I may put it on the pass.
Yeah,
on this one.
Yeah. I'm going Scary. I got to go.
Yeah,
Scary.
You got to stick Scary Terry. Great game today that we are forecasting for Washington versus Dallas in Washington. Scary Terry is going up against Trayvon Diggs, who is one of the top cornerbacks in the league. I think he's got an interception in every single game this season, at least. But I still think Scary Terry gets it done. He's not going to match up against him the whole game. I think Terry's a better play than Guyton.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Dirty money. Money.
Yeah.
Ertz or Schultz this week? Now this comes back to it, and this is a good one.
This is a great one right here.
I like this one because
This is
Ertz
good
has a
one.
good matchup. We had talked about him earlier on the show. We haven't mentioned Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz is like sneaky, man. He gets enough targets each and every week to be fantasy relevant. Like, guy's seeing at least 5 targets in the last 3 games. And last week he caught all 5 for 43 yards. I think Dalton Schultz can do it again over Zach Ertz this week. Zach Ertz being a little chipped up, missed a lot of practice. I'm going to go Dalton Schultz this week.
Yeah, I'm with it. Yeah, I like that. I like that as well. I'm going Schultz as well.
You really can't go wrong either way, but I think Schultz just has a little better game.
Yeah.
And Adam is reminding us, never leave the table when you're on a heater unless you're picking Scary Terry over Guyton.
Listen, Adam, I'm on. Yeah, never leave, man. Never leave. Sometimes you got to pull an all-nighter when you're on the heater. You know what I'm saying?
I have done it. I have walked out of Caesars at 6 a.m. The sun hitting my face, not knowing what the heck is going on, but a big wad of cash in my pocket.
Yeah, cocktails. Yeah, let's just coffee.
Breakfast
just keep
buffet.
It going. Give
me the breakfast buffet, please.
Just keep it going.
Thank you.
When you're on the heater, don't leave.
Sarah Riley coming back in. Half-point PPR. Marquise Brown, Jerry Jeudy, Russell Gage, or Jamison Crowder. I guess we have to pick one out of this group. I may be leading Hollywood Brown here. And I'm not too confident about it. Yeah, but Greedy Williams for Cleveland, he's been terrible. He's going to match up against Marquise Brown probably a little bit over 50% of the time. I think Marquise Brown, as much as I like Rashad Bateman, I think Marquise Brown is still the wide receiver 1 behind Mark Andrews. So give me Marquise Brown. I think he can spread it out. I think he can get it done and get in the end zone for you. They're going to take a couple shots, and I think Hollywood Brown gets one.
Yeah, see, Russell Gage has been that guy the last couple games. You know, not only the leading receiver out there, but then also putting up or adding a touchdown for Atlanta. So I like Russell Gage. I like Russell Gage here. Not a big again. This is a good question, Sarah. This is a good question. You got Hollywood Brown, but I just think that you know, with Andrews out there as well as Bateman. Not as many targets as he's gotten in the past, and also, you know, he has some drops out there, and then also Lamar sometimes just misses his receivers consistently on a consistent basis. Jeudy, don't think it's going to be a game where they're going to have to do too much through the air, and then Crowder again, he's going to get a lot of targets for the simple fact that he's one of the only guys out there that's dependable for the Jets, but. Gage. Yeah, I got to go with Gage. Also, just playing Carolina. This is going to be a game where divisional game, and I just think that Gage continues 3 games in a row where he puts up a lot of yards receiving, and then probably adds a touchdown. So yeah.
All right, I'm switching my answer. I'm going Russell Gage. You got me there. You know, looking at the numbers a little bit better. Yeah, and then you mentioned the Carolina lineup, and Russell Gage. Okay. I'm tilting the other direction. And that about wraps up our show. Not too much else to talk about. No other tilts in the chat. Man, just when we thought that we couldn't stay busy for 2 straight hours, Will, we crushed it.
Killed it.
Tap yourself on the back. Great job. Everybody for tuning in. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. Hope it all works out for you. I don't know what this is. Vask Tech. I don't know. Amy Fleming. I don't know who that is. So I'm going to ignore it. I am James Crease. You can find me on Twitter at the FF_chef. Co-host Will. You can find him at biasedopinions_. Kicks for Mike. Adam Rush. Thank you guys. You're the best. You guys are the best. Tuning in each and every week, even when Adam just rolls out of bed. We appreciate you. Everybody in the chat, thank you today for your tilts. We hope you win this week and you come back next week for week 1 of the Fantasy Football 2021 playoffs. We will be here to help you tilt through your lineups and get you a championship. Until then, we're out. Have a good week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Be good.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to the Tilt is Real Fantasy Podcast. Like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Check out our website at thetiltisreal.com for more great fantasy football content. We'll catch you guys next time on The Tilt is Real.